Hello and welcome to the TVWAN Midday News. I'm Maricela Kelleton. It was a slow but good turnout for Araira Tatana locals to poll in this morning. Presiding officer for Araira Ward Tamasi Toa said there's about 950 ballot papers that have been mentioned to the scrutineers. The serial numbers range from the chairman and also for the ward councillor. For the women, there's about 500 ballot boxes that were brought in. So far as our news team were at the polling area, they saw the queue getting longer. Meantime, Tatana Village also began its polling this morning. NCD Police Reservice successfully apprehended a suspect involved in the armed robbery of a shop and motor vehicle at Papalelea on Monday, July 14, 2025. The stolen car was used by the suspect and his accomplices to escape after robbing the shop and abandoned at Tatana.
NCD and Central Commander Assistant Commissioner of Police Benjamin Turi commended NCD Police Reservists for apprehending one suspect involved in an armed robbery and theft of a motor vehicle Monday afternoon at Papalelea Central Province. Commander Turi said the reservists also recovered stolen money and property as well. According to the police report, it was alleged that around 3:50 a.m., 9 armed men entered a supermarket at Papalelea, held up the shop manager in his office and took money and property. An NCD Reserve Police unit was alerted, and while making their way to the crime scene, they sighted a taxi loaded with goods traveling along the Barony Road towards Garau. They pursued the taxi and caught up with it at Nautana. The suspects escaped into the Nautana settlement. The reservists gave chase and caught one. They also searched the taxi and recovered stolen items. The car that was initially stolen and used to transport the criminals out of Papalelea was abandoned at Tatana. According to the reservist, all stolen properties were labeled and handed over to CID officers. Police investigation continue in apprehending other suspects. Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
The PNG Resources Golden Exhibition is into its second week. Commencing yesterday was the inter-school debate competition that saw students from 10 various schools from the nation's capital battle with words on topics surrounding the energy and resource sector.
80% of our country's profit. However, only 8% of mining revenue reached PNG's government in 2023. The rest was taken offshore. This is taken from the PNG 80 report. Our country is rich in minerals, but our people are poor in service.
The expo that commenced a week ago commemorates the remarkable journey and enduring contributions of companies that have fueled the nation's growth, empowered communities, and positioned Papua New Guinea as a leading resource economy in the region in the last 50 years of operation in the country. Students from all over the nation's capital since the opening of the expo have converged at the APEC House, many getting to meet industry members as they learned about the different mining, oil and gas companies, including government entities, of their roles, operations and contributions to nation building.
I think the expo it was very informative and interactive with our students that came here to visit. It was a lot of fun, as well as we got to learn in depth about how different organized companies they deal with their waste management, how they give back to the communities, how they contribute to the nation as well.
Commencing yesterday was the inter-school debate competition that saw students from 10 various schools from the nation's capital battle with words on topics surrounding the energy and resources sector.
Coming into this debate was a really nice experience. I got to know different people and their views, and I also got to learn about different things as well. And it was really inspiring to hear other students speak on these topics, and I really loved how they voiced their thoughts and opinions.
As a whole, I think the program is really good, especially bringing private and public schools together, and we collaborate and share different ideas and thoughts on the topics that we're given. And I think that allows us to express our own personal opinion, but also an opinion that's not heard a lot, especially from the youth, while in other cases, a lot of older people would usually be spearheading this. And I think it's just great that the youth got to talk about and share their opinions.
The initiative is supported by PNG Core and facilitated by Amstrad Holdings Limited.
So we're celebrating our history, but then importantly, the inter-school debate is inspiring our future. And as you can see from the young students, I'm inspired. I'm truly inspired, and it gives me great confidence about the future.
Having to see them, stand on stage and confidently debating about the topics that they are, discussing, it's amazing to see the intellectual of our students. I'm talking about these issues outside of school and being part of these forums as well. So I'm just impressed, it always gives me excitement because I love to see us having healthy debates, healthy, constructive arguments rather than resorting to violence and things like that. We need to start, reshifting the mindset of our young kids, and it starts with our young, students and lead the pathway for them so that they get involved in these kind of activities.
The inter-school debates form one of the many activities featured during the Resources Month at the Golden Resources Exhibition, running from the 7th to the 25th of July.
The PNG Nurses Association launched its Savings and Loan Society on Tuesday. 6 members also received their certificates and signed loan applications.
The Chief Executive Officer for the PNG Nurses Association Savings and Loan Society, Justin Pindipi, said the essence of the launch is the processing of the loan application. After the launch, 6 staff from Port Moresby General Hospital and 2 from Laloki Psychiatric Hospital, as well as PNG Nurses Association President Freddie Kebai, submitted their loan applications. Their accounts are expected to be credited today.
Because now we are online. That's one of the keynote part of what we, like Miplatong people are launching.
Pindipi said the maximum loan guaranteed is 20,000 kina and minimum is 500 kina. But the best part is the low interest repayment.
Loan interest component is 1% of the loan. That's from the regulator, Bank of Papua New Guinea. You cannot go up, you cannot come down. All right, when you want to go up, we have justified cases or justifiable cases, if you want to say it. That means we have to go to increase law 1 to 2 or ratio law 1 to 3, 4, 5. We'll have to seek authority from the regulator.
The appeal now from the PNG Nurses Association is for the rest of the 4,000 registered nurses to complete the Savings and Loans membership forms to be eligible for a loan.
It is from their own pocket that established this entity.
Kebai appealed to the nurses to take ownership of this service for financial freedom.
In news overseas, for more than a week, from train stations to supermarkets, almost every corner of Taiwan has been touched by the island's annual military drills. At a primary school in New Taipei City, children played badminton inside a sports hall while just outside soldiers fired cannons and rifles. They were rehearsing a hypothetical battle against China's People's Liberation Army. The proximity of the kids watching on as red smoke billows from what is normally their school basketball courts drives home what is really at stake for Taiwan as it comes under increasing pressure from Beijing. The Chinese Communist Party claims Taiwan is a province of China and continues to insist it will one day join the People's Republic, refusing to renounce the use of force to achieve that goal. Polls have shown the majority of Taiwanese people want to maintain the status quo. 10 people confined to a cell bloodied blankets and blocked toilets. This was some of the claims from people detained in the Palmerston Police Watch House in recent days. The Northern Territories Police Union has raised the alarm, saying the number of detainees inside police facilities is unsustainable, warning it's just a matter of time before an officer or an inmate is hurt or killed. Meanwhile, the government says there's no alternative if they're to quell the territory's crime problem.
Walking free from custody after 10 days inside Palmerston Police Watch House.
It's just horrible because you got to shit in front of other people, and same, you're eating too while they're shitting.
Willis Carlo, who was granted bail in Darwin Local Court today, said he was crammed into a small cell with up to 15 other men.
They don't turn the lights off, you sleep with the lights on.
Another prisoner released on bail who did not want to be identified told the ABC female inmates were forced to defecate in front of each other and male officers.
It's disgusting, it's unhygienic. You've got 8 girls crammed into one cell. Girls are on their periods, not even being allowed to have showers. When I was in there was a pile of blankets that were bloodied from periods, and they weren't even allowing showers.
She and Mr Carlo were among 92 detainees inside the Palmerston Police Watch House yesterday, 76 of which were correctional prisoners on remand. The Northern Territory Police Association says police officers who staff the facility are being stretched beyond capacity.
We've got no contingencies in place to look after if someone gets violent, someone has a mental health episode inside that custody facility as well.
Mr Finn said police resources are being diverted to manage the situation inside the watch houses.
There'll be people out there that we can't take into custody simply for committing offences, and that has a flow-on effect to the community and the safety of the community as well.
In March, following backlash about police watch houses being used as overflow from detention facilities, the Corrections Minister Gerard Maley told Parliament watch houses would no longer be staffed or used by corrections, allowing police to freely conduct their duties. Now, the police union says the government hasn't followed through.
It's going to end up in, unfortunately, a situation where a police officer's hurt or an inmate within those facilities is hurt or sometimes killed.
In response to questions from the ABC, the Minister for Corrections, Gerard Maley, said while he acknowledged the challenges, there was no alternative, and corrections would continue to expand capacity to ensure those remanded and sentenced have a bed.
Health authorities in Queensland have cancelled elective surgeries in some of the state's busiest hospitals due to a spike in flu and COVID cases. The pause will last 48 hours at this stage and affect at least 185 knee and hip replacements. More urgent Category 1 surgeries will still go ahead.
More than 200 patients sought help at Redcliffe and Caboolture hospitals late Tuesday night, very sick with either flu or COVID.
These presentations were effectively out of the blue and have put a significant strain on the system.
Now, non-urgent elective surgery has been paused at Metro North Hospital and health facilities for 48 hours. That includes the Royal Brisbane and Women's and Prince Charles hospitals. Almost 200 people needing knee and hip operations will have to reschedule.
Category 1 surgery, the more important surgery, we'll still have that surgery going ahead. We have capacity to deliver that.
The stark increase in infections blamed on poor vaccination rates.
Nearly 3,600 Queenslanders hospitalised with the flu so far this year, which is an increase of 16%.
Over 90% of hospitalisations are being caused by unvaccinated people.
And the problem isn't isolated to Brisbane. The strain felt from Rockhampton to the Gold Coast and Ipswich. Frontline health workers also being put at risk.
The other challenge that the system is facing, and that is that our sick leave is going up because doctors and nurses are getting sick as well.
The message is clear. It's not too late.
It's free and it's easy and it's quick. And you could save not only your life, but someone else's life by getting the vaccine.
The Minister says the nurses' current industrial actions haven't contributed to surgery cancellations.
That ends the Midday News. Do join us at 6 p.m. for more news and sports. Bye for now.